Hello everyone. Welcome to my live stream. I hope you're doing well. What are we talking about here? We're talking about money. Money. Now, why is this important? Because this live stream, I actually want you to really decide which side of this money fence you're going to be on. So I want to repeat, my live stream is about money flow, it's about history, it's about economic booms, it's about understanding financial business trends. And particularly today, I want you to decide what type of money flow you're going to be riding, because of your decisions and what's happening, you are at an economic divide. And this is a different type of economic divide. You're essentially standing on a fault line. What's a fault line? A fault line is what you have when you have earthquakes that happen in California. So I want you to imagine a money and economic fault line, and you have a choice on which side that you're going to be on. You're either going to be on the side where it's making money, or you're going to be on the side where there is financial economic disaster. Now, just because that financial economic disaster hasn't happened in front of your face right now, I want you to understand that you have a choice. So welcome to my live stream, everyone. This is very informational, this is educational, and it's supposed to challenge you and how you understand money, how you earn money, and how you choose to utilize your money. Fundamentally, I want you to be able to hold on to your money so that you can build generational wealth. You cannot build generational wealth if you're continually losing your money to schemes, to scams, to hype, and to crowd mania. Are you with me? I have a moderator. My moderator plans my talking points. What am I trying to tell you? If you get muted and or blocked, it is because of your actions. I'm going to repeat. If your comments are not focused, if your comments are not adding value, you run the risk of getting muted. If you do not want to be muted, please engage in a high value type of activity. All right. Next, if you are angry or you're making irrelevant comments, you're going to run the risk of not having the enjoyment of getting this information. Now, I'm talking about the stock markets. I'm talking about tariffs. I'm talking about trade. But fundamentally, I am talking about your individual prosperity. And if your individual prosperity is of the highest value to you, as it is for me, welcome to my live stream. Please keep your preferences, your racial, your emotional, your religious, your political, whatever preferences you have, keep it on my live stream, because we're only focused on money, objectivity, and critical thinking skills. Now, welcome. Now, why did I give you that disclaimer? I'm giving you this disclaimer because I really want to push you guys. I'm going to push you mentally to the breaking point, because I really want you to understand that history repeats itself when it comes to money. And there's critical times in history where you have a choice on how you're going to fare in regards to what is happening financially, economically, whether you're an investor, whether you're a consumer, or whether you're just a person earning an income for your life. You are at that time right now. Now, if you don't know me, you got to tap the screen, because a lot of energy goes into these talking points and what I'm going to discuss with you. And in order for you and I to vibe, you got to tap the screen. Now, if you are uncomfortable tapping for a woman you don't know, scroll. I got some really critical information that I'm going to share with you, and I hope that it gets you on the right side of the money side. But you got to work with me and you got to tap. Now, what's going on here? The U.S. economy. Okay, the U.S. economy and the stock market, they're like two peas in a pod. The stock market is supposed to be a reflection of innovation, of profitability, of stability, of economic and business visionaries. Lately, the stock market is not behaving like it is in a partnership with the U.S. economy. I'm going to repeat that. If you look at why the stock market was created, the stock market was created as a snapshot, as a reflection for common everyday people to understand what our industries are doing as far as our GDP and the wealth creation happening in the United States. Some point in the recent past, the stock market has basically got kidnapped by aliens, and it's actually performing on its own accord. Now, when the stock market actually starts performing on its own accord, without the core foundation of business and the US economy and the global economy, that makes me go, because the stock market is basically a rebel. It's a renegade. It's operating like a rebel, a renegade. Now, you know from history how we feel, society feels about rebels or renegades. It's unwanted. Now, why am I picturing or painting the stock market like it's a renegade? Because when you have the stock market going up, the S&P 500 has gone up over 4%, the Dow Jones has gone up over 2%, and the NASDAQ has gone up over 6%. You have to sit back and wonder, how? And why? Now you've stopped tapping and I've just got started. I'm just preheating my oven on all of you. If you think this is the best what I got for you guys, you have no idea what I got for you, because this is about money flow. So my first question for you is, how is the stock market going higher when I just told you that the US and the global economy is cooling off? That's a real question. Now, I know I got some people in here who understands economics, who understands business, who understands investment. How is it possible, thank you for the gift, that the US stock market is going up despite economic indicators telling you that the support, the spending, the revenue, it's not there? Usage of key phrases. Okay, mister, I got you. Anyone else? Why is the stock market going up? Come on now. If you're sitting in my live stream, you got to tap and think at the same time. I understand you had a long day, but if you chose to put your booty in my live stream, you're ready to think. You're ready for me to stimulate your mind and spirit. How is it that the stock market is going up when everything else is cooling off? Because if you don't know, you should know. I'm going to repeat. If you have your money in a retirement account, in a stock, and you don't know why the stock market's going up when everything around you is going down, that is a red flag. That is a cause for concern. Because on April 14th, Tesla, the S&P 500, and what was it, the Dow, had a death cross? There were 3 death cross signals that happened this month. On April 14th, the stock market had 3 death cross signals, which is a technical signal to sell. So if you had 3 death cross signals on the same day in 1 month and the stock market is going up, I'm going to ask you this question again, because I only got one person giving me an answer. And I know I have a lot of people in here. How is it that the stock market's going up when you just had a critical technical signal, which is called a death cross, which means the 50-day moving average plummeted below the 200 moving day average? If you don't see financial imbalance, I'm asking you, what do you see? Do you want your money? I told you when I started my live stream, you're standing on an earthquake fault line where either you're going to fare well financially or you're going to be swallowed by this economic earth. Do you want your money? Buy stocks while they are low. Yes. Nana, yes, that's part of it. But if you're buying stocks when they're low, hold on. If you're buying stocks when they're low, when are they going to go up? She was actually right. When are they going to go up? Nana was actually right. When are they going to go up? If you don't understand why the stocks go up, then that means you're gambling with something that you don't understand. Because when you buy low, you know it's going to go high. But if it's going to go high, there has to be reasons behind it going high. It has to be innovation. It has to be investment. There has to be a reason for you to buy low. If you're buying low because the stock market seems to be on sale and you are ignoring other business, global trade factors and economic factors, I'm telling you, there is faulty decision making happening. You buy low when there are circumstances, players, moves, investments, and numbers that backs up what you're doing. If you're telling me you're buying low just because you have never been able to buy Amazon stock, Google stock, Netflix stock. I'm telling you, slap, slap on the ass. I'm going to repeat. Some of you in your wildest dreams have never had a chance to be able to afford stock from the Magnificent Seven. I made over $50,000 this week. Congratulations. I hope you keep that money. I'm going to repeat. Some of you are buying because it's low and you've always dreamt of being able to buy the Mag 7 or FANG stock. But if you're buying just because it's the Mag 7 or FANG stock and you're not analyzing the beast that you're investing in, I'm asking you, how low can it go? How long is it going to stay low? And do you understand what is in process as far as research and development that will bring that stock price back up? Tap. Y'all can think and tap. Come on now. These are real valid questions. Real valid questions that I'm not getting the answer to. Because if you can't answer me, that is a cause for concern. So if I told you there was a technical signal, 3 death cross signals that happen, and it stands for a sell, and you're telling me, buy low, buy low. I made $50,000. Okay, cool. You don't know. And if you don't know, you shouldn't be making moves with your money without knowing. Because stock, the purpose of stock is to help companies raise money. For research, for development, it's based off of innovation, it's based off of creativity. You are just investing in a stock just because the price is sweet enough for you to go in. That's not a reason. That is not investing. You are basically at a mall shopping a Sephora sale. And I'm going to challenge you guys on this, because if you don't know what these companies are offering you and you're basing your purchasing decisions off of something that they've done in the past, we got a problem. Because later on in my live stream, I'm going to tell you something that's going to floor you. I'm not going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you something about the US GDP and how the US GDP is made up a certain way. And if I dice that GDP up, and I present a different picture, you will see that the US actually has not been innovating as much as you think. I don't know what I'm talking about, but guess what? Slick Rick, you can either keep typing on my platform, or you can grow a spine, go live yourself, and you can share people your points of view. I'm going to repeat, people. You don't have to agree with me, but what you can do is grow some courage, go live yourself, share your opinions, and build your platform. That's how I run my show. You can easily hide behind a keyboard and say, I don't know what I'm talking about, but you ain't got enough courage to put your face to your typing. Goodbye. All right, so let me tell you what's happening. China and the US are fighting over whether trade talks between them have begun. China and the US is currently fighting about whether trade talks have actually begun. This sounds like a high school musical. This sounds like a Disney movie gone bad on a global country scale. You got 2 presidents who can't decide whether trade talks have begun or not. They're trying to figure out who called who didn't call who, and the stock market is going up over this bullshit. I'm telling you, anybody who makes real money and values prosperity and generational wealth, they would not subscribe to this bullshit. I'm telling you, it's high school foolishness. They are arguing whether trade talks have actually begun. And you are choosing to invest in a stock market with 2 highly educated and powerful men cannot get on a Zoom call and decide whether trade talks have begun or not. I'm telling you, I recognize a circus show and I call bullshit. It's not that difficult for 2 economies that are experiencing high unemployment, inflation, and a decreasing GDP to get on a goddamn phone on their private planes and start having a conversation in the sky. They can meet in the sky with their private planes, hop over to the other plane and start having conversations. So when I'm challenging you about the stock market actually going up, when it's actually pointing towards falling, that's called a bubble. When the factors that do not support the stock market going up, you're buying low and you're investing in a bubble because the fundamentals, the technicals are not there to support your decision making. So when a person comes in my live stream and tells me, I don't know what I'm talking about, and you're telling me you made $50,000, I'm telling you, you got lucky. I'm also telling you, will you keep that money and how long? Because if you have two powerful men who cannot get on the phone to start negotiating these unbelievable, ridiculous trade tariffs, where are we going? I'm seeing a lack of maturity, and I'm seeing a lack of economic wherewith to make decisions that will allow you to prosper and build generational wealth. That's what I see. You see a stock market on sale. I see a tar pit. I see quicksand. I see an economic bubble. That's what I see. You have countries that have goods that are being stockpiled because they're not selling. And when you have an oversupply of goods, price drops. So I'm going to ask you again, why is the stock market going up when everything that supports the stock market is sliding between your fingers? Does anyone have a real logical answer for me? Because there isn't an answer. I'm going to say that you don't have an answer because the answer's not there. But what is happening is that there is a bubble that's being formed on Wall Street. And you're buying into this bubble and you're playing into this game. Will you win? Will you win? Most people do not fare well. And if you watched me before, I told you when the S&P 500 has one of its best performing days in history, it is a sign. It is a signal of a financial crisis. Now, which one of you want to tell me again that you're buying low, you've made $50,000 in the stock market, and I'm pointing to you historical proof that when the S&P has one of its best performing days, it is a clear sign of a financial crisis. Facts. Y'all like to say facts? I'm telling you facts. Facts. So when you have these folks in my live stream telling you to buy low, the stock market's on sale, I'm telling you, bold face, bold mouth, difficult. Tread with caution. Tread with caution. Not everything you see is real. The market is being pumped, the market is being dumped, and it's being set up to cash in on your wallet. You can look up everything I'm telling you and research it. A death cross signal is a technical signal that means sell. It means sell. It means take your money and run for the hills. Now, you don't want to listen to me because I got too much vigor. I'm too passionate on what I'm saying. If I told you the Titanic was sinking, would you like me to say, in 5 minutes, the Titanic will be hitting the bottom of the seabed? Or would you want me to say, oh my gosh, the Titanic is sinking, get your money off? Tell me how you want to see it. Tell me how you want me to tell you. You want me to tell you that the Titanic is sinking in a very sweet voice. I'm talking about your money. I'm talking about your prosperity. I am talking about your wealth. This is a serious topic. So I don't give a damn if you don't like my delivery because I'm trying to catch your attention and anyone else who's listening to me. If you go broke, do you know how much energy and effort it's going to take for you to recoup your gains? And if you don't get on the right economic boom at the right time, you're basically riding on the side of broke. Maybe for one generation, maybe for the next few generations. So when I started my live stream and I told you, you need to make a choice on this economic earthquake fault line, what are you going to do? Are you going to ride money flow and economic booms like a G, like a pro, like a professional person who understands money? Or are you going to keep playing these bubble games, these bubblegum games that's going on in the financial stock markets with your money? If you don't believe bubbles happen, read a book. If you don't understand financial crises happen, do some searching. You think because it's happened before. It can't happen to you. That's usually the people who go broke. You think that what happened before cannot happen again, and there's signs that it's happening right in front of your face. Tariffs are still sky high despite Trump's promises. Yesterday, Trump came out and said, hey, I'm considering lowering tariffs on China. The stock market said, yay, like a kid in a candy store. And I told you yesterday, he didn't answer. He didn't tell you anything. He didn't tell you what day he was going to do it. He didn't tell you how much he was going to do it. He just told you what the hell you wanted to see and hear, and you went and put your money in the stock market. Don't you recognize game? Don't you recognize game? You're getting played by a money player, and people are milking the market off of your bank account. You have to use shrewd decision making. You have to start asking critical questions. Okay, President Trump, you're telling me that tariffs against China are going to possibly be lowered. Okay, when do you foresee that happening? How long do you think that's going to last? And how much is it going to be? If you can't get answers, he's just dangling a string. If you can't get answers to those questions, you don't put your money someplace, okay? I want to repeat. They have programmed y'all to start handing over your money, all because they're doing a song and dance that you like. If they can't answer the hard-hitting questions, I'm telling you, there's a lie. There's a lie. There's a scheme. There's a scam. Every day I go live and I tell people about real money-making opportunities. And when I tell you how you can work less and earn more, you think that's a scam. But I'm sitting here telling you a real live scheme that's happening in front of your face, and you believe the pyramid scheme, the scam, over what's real. Decision-making skills is going to make or break your bank account. And you must make a decision how you want to move forward in regards to money. Now, you ready for me? This is where it's getting real. It's getting ready to get real ridiculous right now. Now, does anyone know how banks make money? How do banks make money? Does anyone in my live stream know? When I ask a question, feel free to comment. How do banks, the banking industry, how do they make money? Does anyone know? Now, if you don't know this, interest, yes. How else do they make money? Anyone else? How do banks make money? Loaning you money, correct? Anyone else? How do banks make money? Late fees. You know how they like to charge you late fees, application fees. Now, here's the thing. Whose money do banks use? Whose money do banks use to make money? They're using your money. Thank you. Now get ready for what I'm going to tell you. Get ready for what I'm going to tell you. Wall Street banks are now cleared to move into crypto as stock markets fluctuate. Listen to me. Listen to me. All of you guys are correct. Wall Street banks are now cleared to move into crypto. Now, why am I talking to you about this? Does anyone know if crypto is insured by the federal government? Are cryptocurrencies insured by the federal government? Please tap that screen and answer my question. No. Crypto again. Yes, we're back on crypto. No. Okay. I'm telling you that Wall Street banks are now cleared to move into crypto. Now let's see if you connect the dots. Whose money do banks use to make money? I'm going to ask you this again. Whose money do banks use to make money? You've already answered me, but indulge me. Whose money? Yes! All right, now, I just told you, crypto is not insured. Wall Street banks have just been cleared to move into crypto. So what does that mean? It means that they use your money to put it in crypto and it's not insured. Tap that screen. Tap that screen. I know I've just shocked the hell out of all of you, but I think you're connecting the dots. I think you're connecting the dots. Tap the screen. Yes, tap that screen. This is why I told you I'm going to challenge you. I shocked the hell out of you. I'm going to challenge you. This is monumental. Wait, why are you even talking about crypto? Yigan, I'm sorry if I messed up your name. Yigan, this is my live stream. You're going to get blocked right now. I want you to watch. 3, Corazon, Yigan, goodbye. Goodbye. All right? Goodbye. I want y'all to witness that. I understand that. Crypto is changing finance and will revolutionize everything. Yes, I don't disagree. But you're missing my point. You can be a fan of crypto. I love crypto too. But you're missing my point. And if you're missing my point, hello, NAMFAB, you're missing my point. I didn't say there was something wrong with crypto. I told you crypto is not insured. I told you banks, Wall Street banks, have just gotten cleared to invest in crypto. There's no policing. There's no oversight. Now, if you also pay attention to me, I told you that we are at a critical time of a financial crisis. What is it that you guys can't? If you can't keep up with me, I'm going to mute and or block you. If you're late to my live stream, that is not my problem or my audience's problem. You need to catch up on your own. So I'm going to go back. Banks use your money to earn money. Wall Street banks have just gotten cleared to move into crypto. Crypto is not insured by the federal government, which means if they suffer losses, your money is gone. You cannot have your own damn call. Please don't block me. I'm trying to learn. All you have to do, if you're trying to learn, all you got to do is tap the screen and be quiet. Okay? If you're worried about getting blocked, don't comment, tap the screen and listen. Okay? Stop drawing it. So what do you recommend we do with our money? Do not ask me what to do with your money. I told you, you got to be able to think for yourself. How many people have watched me and I've explained to you the purpose of my live stream is for you to be able to think. If you keep asking me what to do with your money, you have essentially missed out on an opportunity to think for yourself and take financial accountability for yourself. I am not here to tell you what to do with your money. I am here to show you how to keep your money so you have prosperity and generational wealth. Are you understanding? If you're asking me, that means give me your money. If you want me to tell you what to do with your money, give me your money. You're not going to give me your money. So stop asking me what to do with your money. Are we clear? Now, Wall Street banks are now cleared to move into crypto as stock markets fluctuate. One Bitcoin is worth $95,000. One Bitcoin is worth $95,000. So what does that mean? It means institutional investors have pushed up the price. Institutional investors like BlackRock have pushed up the price of Bitcoin, and now banks can get in on it. There is a certain group in society who are making money off the backs of all of you. I'm going to repeat this. There are certain economic echelons of society. It's always been that way. But what you're witnessing right now is that you are breaking your back, working yourself to the bone, putting your money into your retirement accounts. And I'm telling you, there's a group of people who are basically, they're surfing on your backs. They're earning billions of dollars off of your money. They're also playing with your money. So when you have you have Wall Street banks going into crypto, whose money they're losing? They're losing your money. They're playing with your money. The money that you work 8 to 12 hours for, that money you've been saving for your retirement, I'm telling you, these folks have now gotten permission to go into the wild, wild west with no rules, no regulators, no oversight, and they get to play with your money. Tap that screen. I'm not even done yet. I told you I'm just getting started. Now, what do? The purpose of this is to help you understand the money game. This is not about emotions. This is about you understanding the game of money, money flow, and being able to ask critical questions to avoid these money traps. I'm going to repeat. The purpose of my live stream is to challenge your thinking and give you, thank you French, to give you a new way to look at things so that you know how to ask the right questions. You guys are parroting information and questions that has been drummed in your head, and you lack the ability to ask some of the most apparent, simple questions to keep you from getting schemed or scammed. If the employees of Enron knew how to ask some of the questions that I'm asking, these folks would not have lost their retirement savings. I'm going to repeat. Some of you don't know about Enron. Some of you do. Some of these employees invested their retirement, all their money in Enron, and Enron went bye-bye. All because of a herd mentality, and you refuse to ask difficult questions, because people who ask difficult questions, they're not liked. They're not wanted. I'm going to repeat. Human beings have a problem with people who ask difficult questions, because people who ask difficult questions, they actually expose something that you don't want to see and you don't want to consider. So what happens? There's a backlash. Anyone who watches my live stream, you see people get real angry at my live stream. They get real sensitive because I am basically bursting their bubble and I'm giving them a reality check, and some people don't want a reality check. So again, I'm going to ask you this question. Which side of this economic fault line are you going to fall on? I love to hear myself. You're correct. That's why I'm live. And you love to hear me too. That's why you're watching me like this. I'm going to repeat. Do I like hearing myself? Yes. Do I get sick of hearing myself? Yes. Do I get sick of talking to people who are, yes. 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 Because you're not going to change. I could be waving, clock that. I could be waving a flag in front of your face saying, save yourself now. Get on the life raft. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to do what you normally do. You're going to lose your money. You're going to blame Wall Street. And you're not going to take accountability for your lack of action and or initiative. That's what's going to happen. You see, when you have people who are investing in Wall Street, when you're investing in Wall Street right now, when economic factors and business factors do not support it, let me tell you what you're telling me. You're telling me you want to endure a financial crisis. I'm going to repeat this because I don't give a damn if you don't like what I'm saying. I'm telling you every single day, there are clear, objective facts that do not support what's happening on the market. I tell you every single day. And you think because the stock market went up over 2%, over 4%, over 6%, that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm cool with that. But here's the thing. Can you afford the financial crisis when it tags your ass? When the financial crisis that's happening right now turns around and pounces on your ass, can you afford these losses? Can you afford these bad decision-making skills? If you can't afford it, what is wrong with pumping your brakes, getting some information, and looking at the facts? What's wrong with that? Oh, you're scared of missing out. You're scared of being left behind. Don't worry, you won't be left behind, and you're going to be broke like a bunch of other people that happened during the 2008 financial crisis. It's real. Fear of missing out. But you don't have a fear of going broke. You have a fear of missing out, which means you're willing to risk your money, but you don't have a fear of going broke. I'm sorry, I have a fear of going broke more than I have a fear of missing out. I'm not here for a popularity contest. I'm here for those who actually want to understand how to ride an economic boom following sound business and economic fundamentals. That's why I'm here. Tap the screen. If you're looking for someone who's going to tell you that this is okay, I'm not going to tell you that. If you're looking for someone to tell you that banks moving into crypto, when banks have a long history of losing your money and then getting your tax money to save their ass, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to repeat this. Banks have a history of doing whatever the hell they want with your money and getting away with it. And they also have a history of using your tax dollars to save their ass. You're paying for it. Full circle, you're paying for it. You're paying for it through taxes, and you're paying for it through giving them your money. So at some point, I have to sit back and I have to look at you. I have to look at you and say, you want this. You want this. Because when you run across my live stream and I'm telling you decentralized currency is not the answer either. Decentralized, that's a whole nother topic. Quantum, I'm with you. I am with you, quantum. That's a whole nother topic. What quantum is telling you is that banks want to move to decentralized and deregulated industries. I'm going to repeat. Banks have found a way to put their foot through the door to have a decentralized and deregulated market. Decentralized means you can't keep up with what they're doing. Deregulated means what they're doing is not necessarily illegal. Are you following me? I'm going to say this again. Banks have found a way to crack open the door via crypto to move into a deregulated and decentralized arena with your money. With your money. Now, let me tell you one of the magical things about crypto. Just them, not us. Exactly. Let me tell you the magical thing about crypto. Crypto can be here and gone. If you think your money can disappear like vapor on Wall Street, you have no idea at what can happen when banks get to move your money over to crypto. I can't emphasize to you the magnitude of what I'm saying, but what I will tell you this, tap that screen. There is no way I'm sitting at 21K and I'm shocking and rocking all of you. You got to tap it. They want everything deregulated. Yes. This has been going on for years, but let me tell you this. Thank you for the money, God. Thank you for the money, God. This is real, guys. You are witnessing something that's monumental that's happening in front of your face. And you're so caught up in buy low and sell high that they are actually performing a real life economic coup, an economic heist in front of your face. So when I tell you my live stream is not about emotion, it's about money. You want to know where the money is. You want to know where the money's going. The money is marching right past your face and you can't see it. And I want you to see it because when you can see the money, you can follow the money. When you see the money, you can follow the money. I tell you these stories so you can see money and all its different faces and forms. Because when you can track money like a hunter, then you can ride economic booms, you can have generational prosperity, and you have generational wealth. There's a method to my madness. There's a method to my madness. I need to change the way you see. I need to change the way you think. I need to change the way you act. And I need to change your timeliness. Because when I help you change that, then I know you are on a better footing to get this money. You can't get the money with the old money systems and the broke mindsets that you have. Now, some of you are asking how? What do you mean how? You're not even listening, Rick. For those of you who lack patience for my live stream, I don't know why you're here. This is like you going to university, you're going to a professor, and that professor is trying to educate you and help you reshape your mind so that you have economic freedom and prosperity and power. Stop asking me questions that you should be able to figure out on your own. You understand? So now that you understand that the banking industry in Wall Street have found a way to move into a deregulated and decentralized financial systems, you might want to keep watch. Now, I believe cash is king. Cash is king. I also believe me keeping my cash is also king. Because when you have these types of bold money moves happening in front of your face, you have to take a step back. You are playing on an economic minefield and you don't know what's where. So you need to proceed at a measured pace with your eyes and your ears open. Do not believe just because Wall Street is gaining that Wall Street is really gaining. You're just watching money flow at a scale that is so ginormous that it looks like real prosperity. Now, some people are making money. I'm not going to lie to you. Even with this current Wall Street, there are individuals and institutions who are making money, but they have the cash flow and the cash reserves to back it up. If you don't have that, there's a different playground for you. You can't play on the same playground that all these other institutional investors are doing. You got to move according to your bank account. You got to move according to your financial and economic prospects. Because if you don't have a way to recoup that money the same way some of these other institutional investors are able to do so, I'm telling you, you have to move a little differently. But the money is still there for you. You hear that? Charles Schwab made $2 billion during tariff insider trading. Da da da. Da da da. Now, you guys can't do that. You can't do that. But you can do other stuff to get this money. Tap that screen. You can't do that because you're in a different game. You're in a different money flow. What shall we do then? Well, Miko, if you feel impatient, Miko, go to my website. Go to my profile. For those of you who want to know what to do, if you want to know what to do, leave my live, go to my profile, go to my website. If you're done with me, just leave. Go to my profile, go to my website. And I'll catch you on the other side. Okay? Now, here we go. Institutional investors have pushed up the price. Now banks can get in on it. The Federal Reserve has basically withdrawn their letter that mandates banks to seek approval to go into crypto. The Federal Reserve has withdrawn its letter that mandated that banks get approval to go into crypto or stablecoin. The FDIC has removed its letter telling banks to be vigilant on crypto risk. The Federal Reserve, that's in the United States of America, the Federal Reserve has removed its letter requiring banks to be vigilant on crypto risk. I'm going to repeat because I want you to tap that screen. Your mind is going pew, 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 but I want your finger to go tap, 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 tap. The Federal Reserve of the United States of America has removed its parameters, its rules that told banks that they must be vigilant when engaging with crypto. They're telling them to do whatever the hell you want. Do whatever you want. You have no gatekeeper. You have no oversight. Let it rip. See, you see? See, I see you. See, do you see me? C-E-E. I see you. You see me. You are correct. The FDIC removes letter telling banks to be vigilant on crypto risk. Why would they? That's an excellent question, the one. That is an excellent question, the one. Does anyone want to attempt to answer that question for the one? Why would they do this? Would anyone like to take a chance on this before I give my opinion? Would anyone like to take a chance, take a moment to try to answer that question? Why would they do this? Anyone? Tap the screen and type at the same time. Does anyone want to take a chance on answering this question? See, for me, it's a very simple thing. But does anyone want to? And if you don't want to do it, tap the screen and I'll tell you what I think. I'll tell you what I think. One world order. Okay. It must be some ministry or to use our money. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? You want to hear what I think? Money's going to flow in that direction. Okay. Okay. The reason why they're doing it is, one, because they can. Two, it's about money. Three, they have to fuck it up before they get rules. Don't you know that's how it happens? Rules come after a major disaster happens. Go back in history. Go back in history. Rules are put into place after a big financial catastrophe happens. What does that mean? That means so much money has been lost of citizens that then they come in and then they put in parameters. They give you an apology. They apologize to all of you. They say what has happened is wrong. It should not have happened. As they run away with your money, and they pledge to you that this type of behavior will never happen again. After they go to Switzerland or the Cayman Islands, or they put their money in China. I'm going to repeat. They put in rules and regulations when something goes wrong. And then they show up to you with a podium, with a goddamn seal in front of it. And they basically say, we're sorry this has occurred. It was an oversight on our part. We have learned from our lessons. We have put parameters in place so that this never happens again. And by the way, my private jet is taking off from a private airport and I got to get to the Cayman Islands. My Swiss bank manager is meeting with me on Monday. And by the way, I'm stopping by China because I got a beautiful penthouse in Shanghai that I just used your money to pay cash for. That's what's going to happen. It always happens. And you know why? Because we fall for it. Time and time again, we fall for it. We fall for it. So when I tell you my live stream is about challenging how you think, getting you out of your emotions, it's critical for you to get out of your emotions and think like a brain surgeon. A brain surgeon is very calculated. They're calm. They're cool. They're going in for the target. I got to get you to think like that. Because when you start focusing on politics and you focus on race and religion and gender, you're missing opportunity. You're missing money flow. So why are they doing it? Because they can. Because crypto is deregulated. It is decentralized. You're welcome, see. It's deregulated. It's decentralized. And it's opportunity. And anytime someone in a custom bespoke suit has a chance to get a part of a party without having government oversight, they're going to do everything they can because they can't do what they really want to do. They want to take your money, they want to make money, they want to lose your money, and they want to run off with their profits. And they're going to repeat the cycle again. Why? Because I told you a few minutes ago, you have a group of individuals who are basically profiting off of your backs. And they will continue to profit off of your backs until you change. Now, how do you change? You must understand the value of your money. You must understand money flow. You must understand economic booms. And you must understand money does not discriminate. Money goes in the path of least resistance. The banking industry has a lot of rules and regulations. So that has stunted their ability to earn profits. Let me tell you what crypto also does. I'm getting ready to give you some juicy information, and then I'm going to transition over to my next live stream. It is my understanding, it is my opinion, that crypto is a very valuable digital currency. Right now. But let me tell you the value of crypto. I'm getting ready to rock y'all world, and then I'm going to let some of y'all exit. Tap their screen if you want to hear this. I'm going to give you some information that's going to rock your world. Please tap the screen. Please tap the screen. You know, when you go to banks, if you deposit over $10,000 in cash in banks, what happens? Does anyone know when you go to a U.S. bank and you deposit more than $10,000 in that bank account, what happens? It gets flagged. Yes? Are you with me? Let me know if my audience is with me. Some of you are like, what in the hell is this woman talking about? It gets reported, okay? So if you if you deposit less than 10,000, guess what? You fly under the radar, right? Crypto is deregulated. Crypto is decentralized. That means when you have an economy, a global economy that's declining, giving banks permission to engage in crypto allows them to do business with industries that are considered unsavory. Read between the lines. By allowing banks to engage in a currency that is decentralized and deregulated, it will allow banks to do business with groups of people. Read between the lines. It will allow them to do business with groups of people or individuals that they had difficulty doing business with. Okay? Because the federal government prevented it, but having a decentralized and deregulated instrument of currency will allow them to recoup profits that they're losing on a normal market, and they're able to engage in the other side. The other side. Thank you, Quantum. The other side. If you did not know that banks actually did business with individuals or groups who engaged in activity, I'm going to repeat. If you were so innocent to think that banks turned down money based upon what or how that individual, you don't understand banks. You don't understand banks. Cash does not discriminate. People discriminate. Cash is king. Banks are in business to earn money. Banks will do business with whoever has the money. Banks will do business with whoever has the money. Now, some of you are saying, oh my, this can't be. Go back in history. Go to Netflix. Pull up some movies on Netflix. Pull up some movies on Netflix. They bank too. They bank too. You think law-abiding citizens are the only people who use banks? No. So I am highlighting to you possibilities. I'm showing you possibilities. You ask me why, I'm telling you another alternatives. If banks can't earn the money that they want to through loans, through fees, through typical banking activities, then banks, they're not going to go belly up. They're going to make moves, and I'm telling you what crypto will allow them to do. All right. So now I am transitioning over to the second part of my live stream. Anyone who's interested in working less and earning more, I want to repeat, anyone who's interested in learning how you can work a lot less and earn more and be able to pay your bills off of a 2-hour workday, this is that portion of my live stream. My money is going to the floor. Now, Angie, you should not have told people that on my live stream. Angie, you know people will be coming to your house to tear up your floorboards. Angie, you don't put that on TikTok. You keep that a secret, sis. You don't tell people you're putting your money in your floorboards. They will show up with crowbars. They will show up to crowbars to your floor. Don't tell people where you're putting your money. All right, guys. If you want to know how you can work less and earn more, daily cash flow through automated streams of income. Okay, I'm talking about automations. I'm talking about automated streams of income, and I'm talking about leveraging technology that will allow you to get this money without working hard. Stick around. Everyone else, This is your time to leave. I will be back again tomorrow. And for those of you who want to know how to get this money, please tap this screen. Now, when I said a 2-hour workday can pay your bills. Thank you, Dusty. Thank you. Oh, Dusty, I love you, Dusty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What I'm talking to you is about, it's about money, guys. It's fundamentally about money. You no longer have to work hard to earn money. I want y'all to listen to what I'm saying. You can actually earn enough money to pay your bills off of a 2-hour workday by using automations and having an online business that's already set up and done for you. I'm going to repeat this because some of you think I'm speaking in tongues. I'm not speaking in tongues. There is an online business that's already built, that's done for you, that's using automations, and you have automated streams of income. What is automated streams of income? Well, automated means it works without you. It's working 24/7. Streams of income is like you having multiple jobs. Some of you have 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs. You have a full-time job. You have a part-time job. You're doing it all wrong. Well, Sean, all you got to do is go to my profile. You're doing it all wrong. How about you get straight to the point? I'll tell you, hold on. I'm going to get so straight to the point that you're blocked. You hear me? Goodbye. African affairs, sayonara. That's Japanese. African affairs, I just said sayonara. That means goodbye. Bye-bye. Now, anyone else? Anyone else? I'm telling you, don't get straight to the point. Take your time. I'm telling you guys, there is a new way for you to build prosperity in which you do not have to guess your way to success. You do not have to do trial and error. Your failure rate right now is too high. I'm telling you, there's an online business that's done for you that uses automations. Automations is like your DVR. Automations is like you setting a timer on your dishwasher or your washing machine to start working. So now I'm talking to you about automations in a way that you use it for your online business. Because when you have automations, you have a business that's working 24/7. That's doing the heavy lifting and the work for you. You must work with what I'm saying. Companies like Amazon use robots and automations because it makes them more efficient and it makes them more profitable. I'm telling you, you can have an online business that's already built, that's done for you, and is set up for your financial success, your 6-figure financial success. If you have not watched my stories on my profile, I've already given a shout out to a person who's made $5,000 in 1 week. Now, you and I both know some of you earn $5,000 in a month, and some of you have never seen $5,000 in a month. So if you've never had an opportunity to earn $5,000 in a week using automations and passive forms of income, you need to go to my profile. You need to go to my website. This is critical. Some of you think that passive income is instant money. Passive income is easy money, legal, legit money. So when you frown upon or you snub passive income, I'm not talking about passive income in which you're earning pennies, peanuts, or percentages. I'm talking about passive income where you have a high value digital product and you earn hundreds of dollars off of one customer. Did you hear me? Hundreds of dollars off of one customer. So instead of you needing 100 customers, 200 customers to make ends meet, no. You need a high value, high demand digital product that's worth 600, that's worth 300, in which you earn 100% of the profits. So when I talk to you about passive income not being instant income, but it's being easy money, it is easy money. Because when you have an online automated business that works for you 24/7, you have a 2-hour workday. That means when you sleep, your automated business is still earning money. When you're at an airport, you're on an airplane, your automated business is still earning money. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you haven't done for you automated business with high value digital products, you earn money all day long. Now, some of you are like, what in the Sam hell are you talking about? I'm talking about working less, earning more. Old money systems, old money paradigms have you trained to think that you have to work 8 to 12 hours a day. That is slave work. I'm talking about AI. I'm talking about digital. I'm talking about online, in which you can be anywhere in the world and earn dollars, hundreds of dollars a day in the e-learning industry. Now, the e-learning industry is a $1.5 billion industry. $1.5 billion is being spent every single day on e-learning products. The e-learning industry is projected to double by 2027. So what does that mean? I don't like earning dollars, only yen. You can take your US dollars and you can convert it to yen. Don't miss what I'm saying. You can take the money and earn it and convert it to yen. The point is, if you do not have a 2-hour workday, and you do not have an online business that's already set up for your financial success, and you can have this online business up and running within hours. I like to say 24 to 72 hours. You plug in your domain, you got your online business already set up, and you got your high value, high demand digital products in the e-learning industry that's making bank. This industry is projected to double, $3 billion. By 2027, that means $3 billion of revenue is being earned Monday through Sunday. So if you're asking, where's the money? Where's the money? Where's the money? Cash, cash, money, money, cash, cash. Cash, cash, money, money, cash, cash. And that is in the e-learning industry. You can do this. Just wondering, how much am I making? Why? Do you think what I'm making is a reflection of what you're going to make? Hold on. Robert Vine. What I make is not an indicator of what you make. And if you don't like the business concept, does it really matter? If I told you I made $100,000 yesterday, are you going to do it? If I told you I haven't made a penny, are you going to do it? See, it doesn't matter how much I make. The fact is, are you going to do it or not? Y'all like to use me as some type of benchmark, as some type of justification or excuse about what you will or will not do. If you don't recognize opportunity and you don't recognize money, what does that got to do with me? If I tell you I made $100,000, you're going to use that as an excuse of why you can't do it. If I told you I made no money and I look like a fool squawking on TikTok, you're going to say, yep, you're not going to do it anyway. So it doesn't matter, because people who recognize opportunity, they understand technology, they understand funnels and automations and email lists. You would have already gone to my profile on my website. So I got to check you on that. You don't want to do it. And I'm not going to be your crutch or enable you to make bad financial decisions in regards to easy opportunity. I'm going to repeat this. You're not going to use me as your justification. I don't think you're earning any money. You're probably right. Now, if I'm not earning any money, why are you watching me? You're sadder than me. Hold on. You're watching a woman who you believe is not earning any money. Now, if that makes me pitiful, what does that say about you? Don't worry, Juju. He's going to get blocked. If I'm earning no money and you're watching me on TikTok, what does that say about you? Oh, yeah. It's very sad. And if I'm sad, you must be goddamn pitiful. We're going to be pitiful together. We're going to be pitiful together. But let me tell you something about me, Robert. I'm living my life. Whether you sad for me or not, I'm living my life. This money is real. You don't have to believe me. You can believe Robert. But let me tell you something about Robert. Robert is sitting, typing on the keyboard, looking at a 6-figure income earning opportunity. And this man doesn't have enough maturity to admit he's scared. He's scared of the opportunity. He's scared of the money. And he's scared of the success. That's really what's going on. Robert's trying to use me to hide the fact that he ain't got it. And if he ain't got it, He's never going to get it. Are you making money while you're talking to us? Yes, Sean, I am. Wonderful question. Yes, Sean, I am. That's the benefit of having a done-for-you, automated business that's set up for your financial success. So if you're interested in knowing more about how you can pay your bills off of a 2-hour workday, have unlimited income earning potential, and get paid daily, I want to emphasize, it's daily payouts. What does that mean? It means the money goes right into your bank account. There's no multi-level marketing. There's no cold calling. There's no inventory. There's no drop shipping. There's no monthly fees. You have an opportunity to invest in a done-for-you business that's set up for your financial success, and a roadmap and a blueprint that will walk you to your daily payouts and your 6-figure income in an industry that is booming. How do you start? You go to my profile. My website's there. The information's on my website. There are no hidden fees. It's a one-time investment. That one-time investment gets you the roadmap to your 6-figure income earning skills, and it gets you an automated system. How expensive is it to start? It's a one-time investment of $100, $300, or $600. I'm going to repeat. One-time investment, low investment of $600, $300, or $100. What's the difference? The difference is the number of income streams and how much you want to learn and earn. I'm going to repeat. Sean asked me a question. What is the price? It is a one-time low investment of $100, $300, or $600. What are the difference between them? How much you want to earn and learn, and how many streams of digital high-value income do you want? That's what this is. What does that mean? Meaning, if you have a high-value digital product that's cost $600, that means if you got one customer a week, you would have made $2,400 a month. I said that. 4 customers in a month, you would have made $2,400 of extra income. Now, if you have the $300 program, then guess what? You would need 2 customers a week to earn $600 a week. And if you had the $100 high value digital product, you would need 6 customers to earn $600 in a week. That's how that works. E-learning is lucrative. Go to Stanford, go to Berkeley, go to UPenn, go to any Ivy League school. They offer e-learning programs. E-learning programs are high value. They are profitable. How do you get customers? You will be taught how to attract your customers. You do not spend money on marketing or advertising. I want to repeat. This is an online business that is done for you and set up for your financial success without you spending money. The way that you earn 100% profits, 100% of the revenue, is that you are not spending money. You do not chase customers. You do not DM. You do not follow. You attract. You will be taught everything you need to know in a 2-hour workday. Did you hear me? You will be taught how to attract your customer without spending money, so that all of the money you earn goes to you. So if someone buys a $100 program from you, you earn $100. If someone spends $600 with you, you earn $600. There's no middleman. There's no percentages. There's no peanuts. There's no interference. You got a business that's done for you. Technical, everything is set up. All you need is a domain. Plug your domain in. Follow the roadmap. Follow the blueprint. It works. It works. Trust me, it works. All in a 2-hour workday. That's how you earn hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars in a week in an industry that's booming. If you have not gone to my profile, you have not seen my stories, I suggest you check out my stories, because I'm a digital nomad. I'm a digital nomad. What does that mean? That means I'm traveling the world and I'm earning money. I'm currently in Vietnam right now. So if anyone who's feeling sad about me, don't feel sad for me. You should not feel sad for me. You should actually feel sad for yourself. When you go to my profile and you go to my stories, you're going to see you're not crying for me. You're crying for your damn self. I want to repeat, don't cry for me. Don't shed a tear for me. Cry for yourself. because you're still working 8 to 9 hours a day. And you may be investing in property, but let me tell you something. Investing in property means you're spending more time and you're losing money. I don't deal with any of that. I'm getting ready to go out and have a late brunch with my children after I'm done with my day. Check out my stories. You'll be enlightened. Thank you for the love. You can pay your bills off of working a 2-hour workday. You can earn more money than you realize, cash, daily payouts in your bank account, 100% profits in an industry that is beginner friendly, that is booming, and you will be taught. There's no more failing. There's no more guesswork. There's no more trial and error. I'm getting ready to upload a video about a woman who earned $50,000 in 1 month. Did you hear me? That's 50. Now, everyone is doing their own thing and achieving their own financial goals. But if you think this is a joke, a $1.5 billion daily industry that's going to become $3 billion, that is not a joke. That's cash. So while you're styling hair and you're sweeping up floors or you're babysitting or you're driving people or you're working 9 to 5, I just showed you one man who's earned $5,000 by Wednesday. Another woman, I'm going to be releasing a video, who's earned $50,000 in 1 month. In 1 month. How much you earn? You show me. Do you take some of the money you earn and apply it to this business? No, Sean. I told you. You invest one time, the money is yours. You invest one time, you earn the money, you can start another business. You don't reinvest the money you earn. That would basically mean what I said was a lie. I said you invest one time in a done for you digital business that has you set up for financial success. You recoup your investment pretty quickly, depending on who you are. And then all the money you earn is just gravy. There's no more investments. That is an old money system. You don't reinvest. You milk, you mint money. You milk the money. Did y'all hear me? You don't reinvest in this. That's if that's hard for you to believe. No. You invest one time. You got your roadmap blueprint to your 6-figure income success. You have an online automated business that's done for you. That means the money that you earn is essentially like a money tree. It's like money falling from the sky. You don't reinvest it. If you reinvest it, it's because you are building something more. You're creating other streams of income. But in regards to this, you don't have to do anything more. You can just earn the money. Live your life. Cruise control. That's it. Y'all get me? You get me. You understand? Tell me you understand. Tap, 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 tap. I'm leaving now. I got to go live stream again. I'm leaving. Do you understand me? Go to my profile. Go to my website. Go to my profile. Go to my website. I am hypnotizing you. Woo. You do not have to work more. You do not have to reinvest your money. You put your money in your bank account. You get your ass in a first-class fight. And you come see me where I am in the world. That's what you do. You earn this money. You book your ticket. You come visit me in the world. Have a good night. That's what we do. All right? You come travel with me. That's what we do. Have a good night. Bye-bye.